Welcome to 24 Days of Yoga. This is your day 10 and day 22, and we're going to focus on hip mobility. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to start kneeling down on the mat with your hands directly underneath the shoulders. Then kick your left leg out to the side of your mat. Plant your foot down, and then we're just going to rock back and forth, shifting your hips towards your heel, and then come back forward again. And so take an exhale as you shift back. Inhale as you come forward. And carry that motion back and forth with your breath. Good. Then we'll come back up again, slide the left leg in, and then we'll continue going with the right leg out to the side. So exhale, get back to heel. Inhale, rise back up. And then exhale, release again. Just shifting back and forth. All right, next time you come back forward, bring the right knee down, back to the mat. So knees are underneath the hips and hands are underneath the shoulders. So press into the hands, so you're drawing the belly up and in. We're going to try to lift the right knee, so let it hover, and then you're going to step up and outside of your right hand as best as you can. So wherever the foot lands, let it go. And then just press the hips forward to find a stretch. Then we'll exhale, send the hips back, but then lift the right foot off the ground and bring it back. So try not to drag the foot. So we'll do the same in the left. So lift up, step forward, outside of left pinky, push the hips forward. And then as we exhale, step back, try to lift as you go. So back and forth here, step right foot, shift the weight, bring it back, and then left foot forward, shift your weight, and once again, bring it back. All right, we'll sit all the way back then with the toes tucked under. Extend the arms out briefly into a version of a child's pose here. Press into all 10 fingers and now extend the hips upward and exhale into a downward facing dog. So we're pressing up through the hands to lift the hips up nice and high. Take a deep breath in. And now lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend your knee just to twist and open your hip briefly. So you're twisting, reaching, opening, and then exhale, come forward. Bring your knee to your nose and step up toward your right thumb. So from there, you're going to drop your back knee down toward the ground. Press the hips forward into a stretch. And then we're going to rise up and just bring your hands on your hips begin. So from this lunge position, you're going to try to pretend that there's a ceiling at your head, and so you're not lifting any higher. But we're going to extend the back leg as straight as you possibly can without actually trying to stand up very tall. So lift the back knee and then bring it back down. Once again, press and lift. And then return. And this time now you're going to sweep the arms overhead. Try the same thing where we lengthen the back leg. Stay lifted, and now you can push and come up a little bit taller into a nice tall lunge. So from this tall lunge, then exhale and bring your torso forward, and then sweep your hands behind you. So we're just going to open up the chest, but really push weight into the right leg. Feel that nice stretch through the glute, really working to hold you there. And then we're going to rise the torso back up again, bringing the spine nice and long. Good, big inhale into your lunge. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, then step all the way back into your downward facing dog. So hold here, and then again, press the hips up and take a breath. And now we're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. So send the left leg up, bend your knee, and then again, twist and open the hips nice and far, the hip lifting over to the side. And then we're going to exhale, come forward, bring it to your nose, and step up to your left thumb. So once again, the back knee will drop down to the ground. And then rise your torso up, and you can bring your hands in towards your hips. So keep the top of your head, again, at the ceiling, and just try to lengthen the back leg without lifting up too high. Go ahead and release the knee then. And press again. Release. Really push into this front glute here and now. We'll extend the arms up overhead. Press back again, rising up to that lunge. And then once we've lifted, you can go ahead and press into a nice tall lunge. Breathe here. And then exhale, bring your torso forward. Once again, send the hands back behind you. Really lean into this front hip. Lift your chest forward. That's it. That's it. Hold. Once again, bring your arms up. Feel the glute activating to rise you up. And then we'll release the hands down once again and step back to a brief down dog. So breathe in here. Hold one more time in down dog. And then we'll come up on the toes. Just step forward, walking up to the top of your mat as you exhale. Walk all the way up and then we round the torso forward. So we'll bring fingertips now to the mat. So not just on top of your feet, out about a foot distance or so that you can try to reach the floor and press your chest upward. You can always hold on to a block here as well. But we're going to sweep the right leg up behind you. So you want to try to work on a straight standing leg and then as straight as possible in the rear leg. So you're squeezing your glutes. Now you're going to think about dropping your right hip toward the ground. So we're kind of rotating the hips closed. So it'll feel as if your inner thighs are coming closer together. And now we're going to push into a standing leg to rotate and try to bring your top on top of your bottom hip. So we're closing. And exhale, your right hip down. Inhale, open your right hip to the top. And then try that one more time. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Good, then release your right foot down. We'll carry this on with the left side then. So sweep the left leg up behind you. Again, try to straighten both legs. Be nice and active in the lifted leg. And then again, we'll turn or drop the left hip. Think about left hip bone dropping. Inhale, open to rotate and open the hips. Stack them on top of one another. Exhale, close. Inhale, twist and open. Exhale to close one more time. And then inhale to open one more time, stacking left hip up. And then our exhale will be return the left hip down to the floor. Fold forward, and we're just going to start to sit down into the knees, sit down into the hips, and then reach back, hips to the ground. You're going to bring your right leg in front of your left leg so that you have your shin coming parallel to your thigh. We're first going to send our torso forward as far as you can or as best as you can over your shins, leaning your chest down toward your thighs. Then rise up, bring your hands behind you, roll through the hips, keeping your knees down, heels down, and then lean forward over your left leg. Rise up again, hands behind you, rotate, again, the heels, knees come forward, and we'll lean forward once again. Rise up, hands behind you one more time, and then drop the knees over to your left and fold over the left leg. Then we'll come up one more time, coming back to center, but now we're going to cross the legs. And this one usually, if it feels a bit difficult, you're going to cross the bottom leg and bring the top as far over as you can. So we're trying to just wind as best as we can, kind of making a pretzel shape. And you're just going to try to hug this top leg in as best as you can. So you might want to just yourself one hand. You're just trying to pull your knee in and feel that stretch coming through your outer hip. So just give yourself a squeeze. If you want to try this one for a little bit longer period of time and really settle into it, I recommend sitting on top of a block or cushion. But for this purpose, just get as best as you can. And then we're going to bring the hand behind us, unwind the legs, and just swap positions then. Pulling the into again as best as you can to feel the stretch in your hip. All right, and then breathe in one more time. All right, and then we'll just cross the legs in any which way that feels most comfortable and take the arms and reach them up to the sky. Big stretch and inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and seal the hands together. Breathe out through the mouth. And that's all for your hip mobility for today. See you tomorrow.